Welcome to Recovery Dharma. My name's Josh. I'm one of the facilitators here at Soul Center. For the month of November, we've been exploring the concept of generosity in a Buddhist framework and also in relation to our recovery program here at Recovery Dharma. And we've been looking at it from in the context of uh, the virtues of Buddhism, four virtues of Buddhism. Um, Being loving kindness, uh, compassion, uh, and I'm drawing a blank on the third one right now, and I apologize. But and this week we're looking at equanimity, uh, and equanimity is a funny concept to me because it's uh, I've had a lot of misconceptions about it, I think, and it's equanimity is this way of looking at things as they are, accepting reality essentially for what it is. Uh, and I've had this tendency to view it as sort of a way of detaching from that. Um, and the more I've looked at it, it's, it's not a detachment technique. Equanimity, seeing things for the way they are, um, is a way of acknowledging honestly what's going on within us and around us. But it doesn't necessarily mean accepting things that are bad or not caring about things. Uh, you know, People who are very experienced Buddhist practitioners engage in conflict. They, they, you know, as extreme as war. There's fights. There's civil disobedience. But so it's not a simple matter of just taking things and letting the universe just roll over you. Rather, the way I see it, uh, as is, dictated by the first noble truth that there's suffering in life, is accepting that that's going to be the case. And when we see it, when we encounter negativity, acknowledging that and accepting that with the same amount of awareness, acceptance, grace as we do the positive stuff. And doing it in a way where it's doesn't take on any more weight because something's negative than something positive would take on. And as I was thinking about this week, it was timely to what Julia said earlier about the chat here in this group. Um, there's definitely been times where I have witnessed, I guess, what could be called unskilled things being said in the chat, uh, either about something I've said or something somebody else has said, or even sometimes it gets inappropriately personal, and finding myself being hurt by it or offended by it or feeling the need to defend somebody. And uh, I've made a point to not participate in those, but um, seeing that, it's refreshing to hear somebody who's responsible for this group letting people know that that's really not acceptable. And that is a very equanimous way of, seeing it, acknowledging it, saying or doing something about it. Uh, and, without blowing out of proportion, but also not pretending that it's okay and just letting it continue. Uh, One of the concepts that I was thinking about this week in relation to the equanimity, um, or the eight worldly conditions, uh, which is these four sets of opposites that we've learned about, that we uh, will experience, all of us as humans in this world and in this life. So if you would like to join me in a meditation, I'll invite you to, real quick here, let me invite my chime to sing. So go ahead and settle into a position of comfort that works for you, whether you're sitting or laying down. If you prefer to be in movement, that's fine. If you're doing something that requires your attention, please continue to give it that attention while you listen. If it's available to you and you'd like, you can gently close your eyes or lower your gaze and begin by bringing your attention to the simple rhythm of your breath. Feel your inhale as cool and nourishing air comes into your body. And feel your exhale as its warm air releases from your body. Let the breath become your anchor. Sense the weight of that breath as it comes into you. And as you breathe, allow your body to relax. Soften your forehead, unclench your jaw. Let the muscles in your face and your neck relax. Drop your shoulders. Relax your belly. Feel the weight of your body supported by whatever's beneath you. Sense the steadiness of the earth, offering its silent generosity to you without condition. As you breathe, take a few moments to arrive here in this moment. In the Buddhist tradition, equanimity is the balanced, steady mind that remains centered amidst change. It is not indifference, but a deep wisdom that sees clearly the impermanent nature of all experience. It is the calm heart that does not cling to pleasure nor resist discomfort, that does not become inflated by praise nor diminished by blame. Generosity, what we call dana, flows naturally from this balanced awareness. When the mind is not ruled by craving or aversion, giving becomes effortless. We offer kindness, time, compassion, and care without attaching to outcomes. We give not to control, but because giving is a natural expression of loving kindness and compassion. As you sit in this moment, reflect on generosity through the lens of equanimity, guided by awareness of the eight worldly conditions. These pairs of opposites that all of us encounter are gain and loss, praise and blame, pleasure and pain, and fame and disrepute. These winds blow through all of our lives. They shape our experiences, but they do not define our true nature. Tonight, We practice meeting them with an open heart and a generous spirit toward others and ourselves. As we sit in this moment, bring your attention again to your breath. Feel the spaciousness of each inhale. Feel stability with each exhale. Now expand your awareness to your body as a whole. Observe the sensations without trying to change them. You may experience comfort or discomfort, warmth or cold, tension or ease. There's no need to fix any of these impermanent sensations. Let them rise and pass like waves on the surface of the ocean. As you breathe, feel the calm center within you, a place that is untouched by these shifting conditions. Bringing out your awareness to the 8 worldly conditions as they appear in your own life, consider gain and loss. Moments when things come to you easily, moments when they slip away. Notice any memories, emotions, or sensations that arise. As you notice these sensations and memories or emotions, rather than judging, simply observe. Gain and loss arise and pass, but I remain steady. Visualize your breath as a generous flow, offering kindness to yourself in times of loss and humility in times of gain. You are learning to give yourself understanding instead of harshness. Now, reflect on praise and blame. Recall moments when you were commended and moments when you were criticized. Feel how these conditions land in your body. Whether good or bad, does one cause more of an impact than the other, or is it just different? Noticing any tightening or pleasure or resistance when you think about these experiences. Remind yourself that praise and blame are fleeting echoes. Your worth is not defined by them. Offer generosity to yourself here. Imagine wrapping yourself in compassion. You're allowed to be imperfect, allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to enjoy your victories. You're allowed to continue growing. Next, reflect on pleasure and pain. Both of these can be physical or emotional. Reflect on memories of joy and moments of sorrow. Moments of physical pleasure and of pain. See how both of these sensations arise and dissolve like clouds crossing an open sky. As those clouds pass by, say to yourself, pleasure and pain are both passing visitors. I simply meet them with awareness. Let kindness flow towards the part of you that hurt, and let gratitude rise for the moments of ease, both of these without clinging. Now, bring your awareness to fame and disrepute, recognition and obscurity, approval and misunderstanding, glory, humiliation, all are temporary. Observe the urge to be seen and to be valued and accepted, and with the same compassion, acknowledge that these conditions do not define my essence. Let generosity arise and extend it toward yourself in quiet acceptance of being exactly as you are. Turning inward, reflecting on those 8 worldly conditions, cultivate generosity toward your own being. Imagine your heart space radiating kindness and glowing light, radiating out, but also radiating to you. Repeat to yourself, may I be at peace in all conditions. May I give myself patience and understanding. May I treat my struggles with gentleness. May I rest in balanced awareness. Feel the softness of this inner generosity. It's the foundation from which true compassion flows. Notice any self-judgment that arises and meet it with kindness. Instead of resisting uncomfortable feelings, offer them space. Instead of grasping at pleasant moments, allow those to pass freely as well. This is equanimous generosity. It's not forced, it's not performative, but rooted in wisdom. Now, gently extend your awareness outward. Bring to mind someone you care for. Picture them clearly. Acknowledge their humanity. Or maybe it's a pet, and acknowledge their animality, their struggles, their joys, their imperfections. Silently offer to them, may you be free from clinging and fear. May you receive and offer generosity with ease. May you meet life's challenges with balance. Now, think of someone neutral, someone you neither strongly like nor dislike. Maybe it's a stranger you saw passing on the street, and offer the same wishes to them without distinction. After the neutral person, bring to mind someone with who you experience difficulty, someone who doesn't make it easy for you. Express the same wishes to them, not to force forgiveness or to bring them around to your side, but to practice equanimous compassion. Say silently to yourself, just like me, you experience gain and loss. Just like me, you seek happiness. May you find peace. May I offer kindness without attachment. Allow your generosity to flow without expectation. Notice you're not giving it out of the desire to control anything or anybody. Now, visualize yourself standing by a flowing river. The river represents the movement of the 8 worldly conditions: praise and blame, pleasure and pain, gain and loss, all flowing past you. You're not the river, you're the awareness watching it pass by. Feel yourself rooted on the riverbank, steady and grounded. If you dip a toe in and the current pulls at you, simply step back from the water and return to your breath. Say to yourself silently, I am generous in all conditions. I remain balanced in joy and in sorrow. I release the attachment and the resistance. This is the path of equanimity, informed generosity, the heart that gives freely without expectation. As we come to the conclusion of this meditation, gently bring your awareness back to the space around you. Notice the sounds around you, the smells, the temperature of the air on your skin, the weight of your body. Feel gratitude for this practice, for our opportunity to walk the path of balanced generosity. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight. It really is a pleasure to see all your faces, and I'm honored to share this with you. I'd like to offer a dedication of merit. So I'd like to assume a noble posture or position of comfort. May the merit of this practice extend to all beings. May those bound by craving find release. May those lost in fear find refuge. May all who suffer the shifting winds of praise and blame discover the still center of equanimity. Through this offering of mindful generosity, may compassion arise without grasping, may wisdom grow without pride, and may all beings dwell in peace. Namaste, my friends. Good night.